up and down. Um, obviously going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. Sometimes, you're cool, you know what I mean? You're moving, you're mixing, you're moving, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness, you know, and me being the Taurus that I am, I like to keep those moments to myself. When I was on Housewives, I really couldn't keep moments to myself when I got upset, so y'all would catch me crying. But in real life, my everyday life, I don't really like for those moments to be shared with the world. So, but I am sharing with my Amazon family today. So I am up and down. And to be clear, yes, I filed Friday, but this is something that, has been brewing for a while. So all the times you've been seeing me online like, all of that means nothing. I've been going through it, child. Means nothing. I've been going through it, child. I've been going through it. Life has been lifing me. Okay? Got it. Anyway, we are having Thanksgiving this week. Let me just say, no matter what Todd and I are going through, we are parents together. We are co-parenting together. We have beautiful children together. So we are trying to make this transition as smooth as it can possibly be for our kids. That is our main concern. So we are keeping it very friendly. I don't know if you guys saw. Well, I haven't really posted all my pictures from Blaze's birthday party, but we both were at the birthday party. We both was there to support our baby girl, and we are going to continue to keep that same good energy going for our kids. That is our goal. Okay, I hope you understand.
We understand, honey. Hey, y'all know, we already know that you cannot be believing everybody's all happy go lucky just because they posting they grinning online and photos. I'm so happy. Like she said, it meant nothing. I'm so glad she said that because that's the truth. It don't mean nothing. So there's been some speculation. There's been some allegations. Allegedly, there's been some infidelity in their marriage. I don't know, allegedly. And then there's been some she says they have some footage from her back in the day. It's so frustrating that the first place people go is on the internet. Tell all their business, don't they? And then tell people to mind their business when they have an opinion. But we ain't listening to that because that's what they think matters. Well, you put it online and you put clips online, and that means it's available for us to react to. So that's what we doing. If you don't want nobody in your business, keep it to yourself. Don't post about it. You're absolutely right though. But this is a clip of something Kandi said that I would believe is a huge indicator of why their marriage fell apart. Let's listen. Let's listen, and then you all tell me what you think.
True, I done had a threesome and it worked just fine.
I hear that.
Threesomes never work. That's not true. I done had a threesome and it worked just fine. It worked great, actually.
Are you stupid or something?
Anyway, I mean, I feel like
Kandi and this little pussy.
it's the communication.
This little pussy's just hot. You dig?
What are you talking about?
Your
I'm
love.
just saying it's the communication on it all. But I think that
would you think that stepping outside the threesome?
hell yeah, that's cheating.
Okay, so
That's
you
what I
answered the
said. Like
question.
it's based off of what their communication was. Like some people, like
She said without telling him. Meaning
okay, yeah,
he's
yeah,
not knowledgeable
sis,
that she's going to get her
you
little
cheating.
shit turned up.
Okay, sis, you cheating. You cheating.
Right, thank you.
Threesomes never work. That's not true. I done had a threesome.
She laughing all the way to divorce court. she spoke way too soon. I have never seen threesomes work. I don't know if y'all remember when Keisha Cole had her show with her sister and her mom and everybody, and her sister and her sister's husband, they were so open about their threesomes. They got divorced. You see Tiana Taylor and her husband all bragging about their threesomes. They're divorced. Why do people think this works? And then whether people know it or not, they tell exactly why their stuff failed. She like, oh, I'm like the Taurus I am. Everything in that marriage but the Lord. Everything demonic. And look, being married don't make you a husband or wife, honey. Look at Cardi B and Offset. It's example after example after example. Being married do not make you a husband or wife. So Trent said you can't open Pandora's box and think you can put guidelines on what comes out of it. I know. Didn't she learn from Tiana Taylor and her ex-husband? Didn't she learn? Folks don't listen to the warnings. Don't follow the warning signs. They ignore it. She was laughing, but now she's laughing all the way to divorce. It's sad because it don't got to be like that. But there's a clip of Todd saying something very interesting that stood out to me that I wanted to share. Something that she probably didn't like what he said, but she act like she don't care. But I want you ladies to pay very close attention to what he says about his wife in this clip. Pay close attention, please, you single ladies. Let me go to full screen so y'all can see good. Let's listen.
3 months.
That's not.
If you're single,
No.
I've never been single.
That's not true at all, Todd. What you be thinking about?
What I'm saying is,
because you meet somebody, you kick it with them
that's what I want to really differentiate.
Kandi, you gave me the coochie in a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
Got him! Got him!
That's for you, but that ain't gonna
But
like that with
we
everybody.
wasn't married.
No, I didn't do that with everybody though.
Cap.
This is why you should wait when you meet somebody.
What?
If they gonna say it in the future.
It's not bad.
No, I don't care. I'll tell myself.
It's not bad. She should have gave me the coochie in a couple of weeks. So how many weeks we
Now you
needed?
the last dick that I done been with in over 10 years.
I can off at least one guy every 3 months.
That's all.
If you're single,
No.
I've never been single.
That's not true at all, Todd.
Y'all hear what he said? Look at here. Again, you can't make it more clear. Okay? He's saying you gave it to me in 2 weeks. And she's saying I didn't do that with everybody. If you say so. If you say so, lady. You can say what you want to. Actions speak way louder than words. And he let it be known. Like, he's saying he believes it should, a woman make a man wait at least 3 months. Make him wait till you're married. That ain't that hard. If he want to marry you, he will, whether you give him the coup or not. You see, he married her, but they continue to play with the devil. There is no God in that marriage. There was no God in that marriage, so it was inevitable. Because 10, 11 years, that's pretty long. That's a good long time. But look, people is doing 10, 11, 15 years with their eyes closed. So at this point, it's like, that 10, 11 years, that go by so fast. I'm looking at 19 years. That I'm like, I barely look old enough to have a 19-year-old, which I do. That 10, 11 years, that go by like cake frost, honey. It's no time. It goes by no time. But it's just sad to see them break up like this. I'm praying for them. I'm praying that they have people in their ear encouraging them to work things out. I pray that they have the right people around them, telling them the truth and speaking wisdom and life into them to understand the true purpose of marriage. So many people do not know the purpose of marriage. And obviously they did not. If you go into a marriage and you having threesomes, you are completely defiling the sanctity of your marriage. And you are giving full access to the devil. I'm certain that they can reconcile if they both choose to. But the Lord has to be the center. Has to be. Like I said, you can't. It's the list. Teyana Taylor did the same thing, having threesomes, bragging about it. Their divorce. It goes. When there's no God in the center of this union that was designed by God, whether you believe it or not, is irrelevant. But God had a purpose for marriage as a ministry and to glorify Him. Marriage is a representation of Christ in the church, Christ's love for the church. That's what a marriage is a representation of. So when you add in all of this extra stuff, you're defiling it. And it's going to be difficult, and if not impossible, for it to continue. The enemy hates marriage, but we know who her God is. Kandi. We know it's not the Lord Jesus Christ, because she talking about she a Taurus and having threesomes and stuff. She better not talk about she no follower of Jesus Christ. She a liar. If I don't know if she ever said that or not, but if she did, she a liar. But I hope that everyone learns from this couple's story, because this is not what God asked of us in marriage. This was not what the purpose of marriage was. And I think a lot of people underestimate the power of marriage and the purpose of marriage to make it benefit them and not as a ministry. People don't realize the purpose of marriage, and it's sad. It frustrates me to my core.